Second. Okay, and I will share my screen again and we will keep going. So thank you all so much for your patience. All righty. Okay, so as you all saw, I mean, there are so many different words that you can use to describe a mentor. So thank you all for participating. Did you know that the word mentor has become synonymous with trusted advisor, friend, teacher, and wise person? And those were some of the words that were mentioned on our word cloud. And Oprah Winfrey, she says, a mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope inside of yourself. I think we all can agree with that just based on the words that we saw in our word cloud. So let's talk about a mentor. A mentor is anyone who has beneficial, life altering effects on another person. Anyone, and I stress the word anyone. A mentor does not have an age limit. It could be anyone. For me, one of my mentors is my 5-year-old son because he knows technology better than I do. He plays a game called Roblox. I don't know if you all are familiar with that, but he teaches me how to play the game. And think about like the virtual environment, how there were grandkids who were having to mentor their grandparents on how to use Zoom and other technologies. So that just goes to show you that you do not have to put mentorship in an age bracket. It's not based on age. It's based on anyone who has beneficial, life-altering effects on you. So I have to put emphasis on anyone because, like I said, my 5-year-old is a mentor. I'm sure if whoever has kids out there can say that their kids probably mentor them on some things, especially like TikTok and Instagram and some of the other social medias that they have nowadays. So a mentee is, again, anyone. It's anyone who wants to learn from someone and seeks their valuable advice. No age requirement here. This is anyone. So anyone can seek mentorship. Anyone can be a mentee. No age requirements. The word mentee has become synonymous with protege and apprentice because sometimes when people think of the word mentee, they think, oh, well, I'm seasoned in my profession. I'm too old to be a mentee. So they want to call it something else. And so the word protege has stuck, as well as the word apprentice. So choose whatever word you want to call it. But if you're seeking mentorship or guidance from someone else who has wisdom that you want to learn, then you are essentially a mentee. So mentorship, overall, what is it? It's a developmental relationship where knowledge and expertise is exchanged. These things are being exchanged. It does not go in one direction or the other. This is an exchange. Oftentimes, mentors benefit from the mentor relationship just as much, if not more, than the mentee. And we will dive into that a little bit later. So, we asked the question, do you have a mentor? When we took the poll on Minty just a few minutes ago. But I want you all to drop in the chat if now you have come to the revolution that you do have a mentor. Maybe you thought before the answer was no when you took the quiz because 15 people said no. But when you go back and really think about it, is there anyone who pops out to say, you know what? Actually, I do have a mentor. It could even be my child. It could be a peer. It could be a colleague. It could be someone in an organization that you're a part of. It does not have to be something formal. And I think oftentimes we hear the words mentor, I need a mentor, and you're only thinking of one specific area of your life. When I tell you, you can have a mentor for every area of your life, it does not have to be one size fits all. every mentorship relationship can look very, very different. So I see some people saying, yes, 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 you do have a mentor in your life that you weren't thinking about at first when you weren't thinking of it like that. And that's the reason why I put emphasis on the anyone. It is anyone. So did you know that 76% of people think that mentors are important? Only 76%. Only 76. And I say only because that's really not that much. Like you would think 100% of people would think having a mentor is important because we all can grow in some aspect of our life. There is someone in our circle, or maybe they're not even in our circle. There's someone who we view as a role model who we would like to learn something from. So you would think that 100% of people would think that being, having a mentor of some sort in one aspect of their life or another would think that it's important. So this number did kind of catch me by surprise. I'm not sure if it catches you by surprise. But out of the 76% of these people, only 37% of them currently have a mentor. So that's only 48% of the people who believe having a mentor is important actually have one. So I don't know what the disconnect is. Maybe they don't know how to go about getting a mentor. Maybe they don't realize that they have a mentor. But if that is you out there and you don't know how to go about finding a mentor, I'm here today to help you. And I will give you tangible resources and information on how you can go out and find you a mentor. So no need to fret. Did you know that most people opt for same-sex mentors? And I can personally say that I've always, early on in my career, I've always looked at women. When I was seeking mentorship, I always looked at women because in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, I can relate to them. We have similar experiences. And so that's the direction that I leaned. And if you look at the statistics here, it says 69% women lean towards the same sex mentor and 82% men. So as I matured in my career, as I matured in my life, I realized I don't always have to go and seek mentorship from someone who looks like me. They don't have to be Black like I am. They don't have to be woman like I am. I can seek mentorship and learn from anyone, right? So I made it a point in my last corporate position to only seek out male mentors. And I was very, very intentional about it. Very intentional about it. I said, you know what? I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to find a man who wants to work with me and see me thrive and wants to help me, who has similar values in which he can relate to some of the things that I'm experiencing, to where it's not, it's not a foreign language. They can, at least share some commonalities, but is also very different. And just to be transparent with you all, because I am totally just open about sharing my story, there was a white man who was in a senior leadership role within my last corporate job. And we met because it was a speed networking type of event where you can ask senior leadership questions and get answers. And it was sort of like speed dating, but only with senior leadership. You can move around to different leaders and, like I said, ask questions about interviewing, career, whatever that may be. So there was a particular man and we just connected. He told me, he said, you've asked the best questions out of anybody who I've met today. Like, I want to connect with you after this. So we connected. And when I first met with him and we sat down and we exchanged information with one another, and I said, you know what? You would make a great mentor for me. And because I'm new to this company, I don't really know anyone or know anything. And I would love it if you could kind of help me navigate around the place. I mean, this is a huge corporation. and and he's like, oh, you're looking for mentorship? Well, I do have some African American women that I can connect you with. And I said, Well, thank you. I appreciate the offer, but I want you to be my mentor. And it caught him by surprise. It was almost as if he was in shock that me, a young African American female, would want him specifically to be my mentor. And he thought he was doing the right thing by saying, hey, I can connect you with someone who looks like you. And that was not what I wanted, right? So that has happened. And it does really catch people off guard because they are so used to folks who look like them coming to them to seek that information from them. So if there's anyone out there right now who would like to raise their hand and come off of mute and share a story or share if you have if your mentor is the same sex as you, or what led you to connect with your mentor, or if your mentor is the opposite sex. At this time, I would like for anyone to raise their hand and share that feedback with us today.